of our lives,
Yes.
more and more of our lives are mechanized, and at some point we have to start wondering, what's the limit of that mechanization? Many factory workers in the 19th century thought their jobs were safe, but we know that they are wrong. Many people too in today's world believe their jobs are safe, but how safe are these jobs really? Are those jobs really?
Okay. We're not gonna waste time. Okay, fine. You have number one right here. Okay, and this is the first question, number one. And you have the options and the underline part. So we answer the question regarding to the underline part. Do you think it's written correctly or not? Or we have got to change it regarding to the choices as you see for A or B or C or D. That's it. So you read like the underline part, you say we're safe, but we know. Okay, fine. And then you check whether it's written correctly or not. You choose no change, or you choose letter B if we're gonna change it, or C or D. What do you think?
Um, Mister, I think it's B.
Yeah, so the answer is letter B. Okay. Why it's letter B exactly, Ahmad? Because we have here like it's kind of compound sentence. The compound sentence is one of the front two clauses, and they are joined by the coordinating conjunctions, right? I have like the word but, we saw from many factory. There is a subject right here. Workers, meaning the factory workers, so the workers are the subject. What's wrong with them? Thought their jobs. So we have the subject and verb. That means this is the clause. And so the jobs were safe. Then but, the coordinated conjunction to join between we know. That means we have another clause. So but here is used to join between two clauses. Okay. And I mean the sentence is a compound sentence. So you've got to place a comma before it. The compound sentence that is joined by coordinating conjunctions, all the coordinating conjunctions have to be like we have got to place a comma before them. يعني المفروض نحط comma قبل coordinating conjunction. ايه هما بقى coordinating conjunction? They are abbreviated in the fanboys, right? You know the fanboys? Like what? F for 4. So you see for a comma before it. A for ant, and N for nor. Fine. B for but. O for or. Y for yet. And S for so. These are the fanboys or the coordinating conjunctions. When we see them, when we use them for joining between like compound sentence, I mean between two clauses, you have got to place comma before them. That means we have to place or to put a comma before them. That's why we choose letter B. Letter C doesn't work because we use semicolon, and letter D we have period doesn't we cannot use it. And for no change, the original sentence, no comma before it, then you have got to choose letter B. Okay, but let's see number two. Here, number two, you look to the underline part. Ahmed, where is the underline part? Here is it.
Here.
This part. Okay. Do you think it's written correctly, or we have to change it? Mhm. Look here, in today's world, believe their jobs. You have the words, what?
Yes, they are.
There, right? So the problem is there because this is not a possessive pronoun. This is an adverb. We need to put the possessive pronoun. Which one of these?
Mm, Mr. B.
Okay, if you say be, we say today's world without we here without apostrophe s. What I mean without possessive
B,
noun.
Mister.
Yeah, it's literally. So in today's world, believe their jobs. Okay, we have like the possessive noun for today's because the word is on for today's, and their jobs. The THEI. Okay, nice. Let's see here for number three. What do you think the answer here? Number three. Here we go. We say
Yes.
better add say than moving. This is the underline part. Okay.
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh,
And this is the beginning of the sentence. Fine. Sure, a machine is obviously better at, say, welding huge pieces of steel together. But what would you say if someone told you people are like, okay, fine. So why did I stop before saying say? Because the sentence is already add a kind of full meaning when I say the machine is obviously better at. Okay. Then say like, for example. Okay. When I use the word they, like, for example, what comes after it's used for clarifying عشان توضح the idea the idea I'm talking about الفكرة أنا اتكلمت عنها. What is the idea here? The machine is better than like human beings. Okay, for a man. طيب, for example, like what? Clarify the idea. So he say. Okay, fine. Using the word say is like the word, for example, I have got to place a comma before it and after it. Before say uh, and after. Fine. So which one do you think we have got to choose here?
C.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so better at أفضل فيه بالظبط. Say قول بقى. So we have got to, like, for example, you put a comma before it and after, then you continue. Or say you put a comma before it and after, then you continue because you give examples to clarify the idea عشان توضح الايه الفكرة. Okay. طيب, let's see here for number 4. On your point of view, then semicolon, then however, then comma. Okay. Uh-huh.
Um, Mr. No change.
Yeah. Why? No change. Yes, you're right. Okay, because we place semicolon and comma after however, when we use it for showing the contradiction between two clauses. There's kind of contrast في تناقض هنا ما بين two clauses. This is the first one. This question may seem until right here. And the second one, some recent studies until here. We use however to join between both of them to show the contradiction. However has to be preceded by semicolon and followed by a comma. يعني نجيب قبلها semicolon ونجيب بعدها ايش comma. Okay, that's why no change. تمام, excellent. Number 5. With depression, comma, PTSD, and other mood disorders. Uh, here are
Mister,
the,
I think we should put
uh-huh.
comma after before the and
Excellent.
after the
Yeah,
PTS.
that's it. Yes. So when we have kind of list of things, عندنا كده قائمة من الأشياء, and you put the comma between the items, and then at the end you put a comma before and. Okay. So the problem here, we have got to place a comma before the word and. That's why we choose. Let's see right here. And yes. So which one do you think? Is it B or C or D? Let's move back again. Yeah, you place a comma before and. I mean, this one or this one or this one. 3 of them has like have comma. So which one do you think? Let's go back again.
D.
Letter D, that mean we place comma after other?
Oh no, it's
Uh, it's clear enough.
comma.
Okay. You have here comma before and here comma before and after. Do you place a comma after and?
No,
No. So this one is incorrect. I mean, the answer is letter what?
B.
Yeah, B. Okay, fine. You don't place comma after other or even after and, just before and. So the answer will be letter B. Okay. Let's see here for number 6. We say many patients found it easier to talk to Ollie than to a real person. Then we put a colon, then we continue. She didn't react in some of those seemingly judgment ways to a person would, and her voice never broke. Okay, fine. If you look, I just given, or the writer here gives you an idea. بعطينا فكرة. ايه هي الفكرة? Many patients found it easier to talk to Ellie than to a real person. You find فمثال هم يتكلموا لإلي أكتر من a real person. Okay. Then what comes after the colon here? She didn't react in some of those seemingly judgment ways to a person what, and her voice never broke, for example. On top of that, she could help psychologists to diagnose mental illnesses. I mean, you find out that the writer is giving you like different details or some details to clarify the idea that why some people found it easier to talk to Ellie, okay, than to a real person. These are what we call it the reason why, or for clarifying. Okay, fine. If we have something here to clarify an idea that before it, do you put comma or we put semicolon, or you put colon. What do you think?
Uh, After real person,
Yeah.
I think we keep it as it is.
Yeah, we keep it as it is. Why? Because we put the colon itself, okay? Why do we use the colon exactly? Because what comes after the colon will be kind of examples to clarify the idea that comes before it. بدي كده أمثلة توضح الفكرة اللي قبلها للناس، وجدوا من السهل إنهم يتكلموا ليلي أكتر من a real person، فجايب لك الأسباب بعدها. So he put like a colon. Okay, fine. That's why we keep it as it is. I mean, no change. Great. Number 7. See number 7. And yes, her voice never broke on top of that. Can I say her voice never broke on top of that? She could help psychologist. Do you think that the sentence is written correctly?
No.
Surely not, right? Okay, fine. So I mean here, the sentence is meaningful where exactly? Because I was saying on and her voice never broke, this is kind of like a clause. On top of that, she could help psychologist, another clause, because here we have subject and verb, voice and broke, and here we have she and help. So we have subject and verb here and subject and verb here. I mean, these are two clauses and they are joined to each other without using like conjunction. يعني بنضم ال two clause مع بعض من غير ما نستخدم conjunction or even a period or even a semicolon, for example, right? Like so. So what do you think? The sentence is written incorrectly for sure. ليه؟ لأن أنا عندي two clauses, we have two clauses and we don't join between them. مش بنجمعهم على بعض using the proper punctuation or conjunction, for example. تمام. يبقى الجملة the sentence is written incorrectly. So what do you think is the correct answer? What do you have to do exactly? Do you put a comma before she? Uh, or we say like semicolon but she? Or a real person she directly? Not this one. I think it's not. Sorry, number 7. Sorry. Here we say never broke comma on the top of that. Never broke period on the top of that. Never broke semicolon on the top comma of that comma. What do you think?
B.
B.
Both
Comma
of
on the top of that. طيب. Can we join between the two clauses using only comma?
them.
For example, I'm going to give you like simple sentence. Let's say Ahmed went to the school. He met his friends. We have like two clauses here. Then I say Ahmed went to the school, comma, he met his friends. تمام. Can I join between the two clauses using only comma or not? Surely not, right? ما ينفعش. You cannot join between the two clauses using only comma, right? Okay, fine. Because it will be run on sentence. في الحالة ديت هي ايه؟ Run on sentences. So letter B doesn't work to be used here. What about letter C? What do you think? Huh?
I think it's C.
Yeah, so the answer would be letter what?
C.
Yeah, letter C. تمام. Never broke. Let's see why. ليه letter C هنا? When you look up, let's scroll up. We say here and her voice never broke. We're done here with the sentence so far. يعني خلاص, this is the end of the clause itself. Okay, we'll stop right here. On top of that, I say never broke. So we're done with the clause, but a period. Then what comes after on will be capitalized because this is the beginning of the new clause or the sentence. يعني بداية الجملة الجديدة. تمام. On top of that علاوة على ذلك, when we start the sentence with a phrase, لما نبدأ الجملة بphrase like prepositional phrase or a participle phrase, whether it's a present or past participle phrase or even a positive phrase, we have got to place a comma after it. That means here we put a comma. Okay, fine. So we say never broke, period. On top of that, start with capital letter because at the beginning of the sentence, then comma after on top of that. Then we say she could help the psychologist. Okay, fine. That's why the answer is letter what? Letter C. تمام? Okay, Ahmed, you understand?
Okay.
طيب, let's see here number 8. Look to the sentence, psychologist with apostrophe S apostrophe. And do you say psychologist work or the work of the psychologists or the work of the psychologist with apostrophe S?
Uh,
But or for which reason do you use the apostrophe? واحنا ليه بنستخدم الابوستrophe؟ To show
I'm
position,
not
right?
sure.
Yeah, we use it for showing the ownership. When I say Ahmed's book, كتاب أحمد, that mean here Ahmed's has to be followed by a noun. لازم يكون جاي بعدها اسم to show that this book is owned to by Ahmed or belongs to Ahmed, يعني يمتلك أو يخص أحمد, right? But when we say psychologists, I'm saying the work of the psychologist. Psychologists, so I mean here we have like apostrophe for which what does it show? What is the noun that is owned by the psychologist? إيه الاسم اللي مملوك بالpsychologist هتقول لي work, right? So why do I
Yes.
place the work before psychologist, not after it? If I want to use the apostrophe, I'm gonna say the psychologists work. صح كده؟ احط بقى الملكيه يبقى الحاجه المملوكه تيجي بعد الاسم المالك صح يعني I have got to say that the psychologists work. It's not one of these. Okay, if I want to say the work, I say the work of psychologists without showing the apostrophe. من غير ما احط الapostrophe هي حاجه ملكيه يعني. Okay, fine. So the answer will
Yes.
be what?
C.
Yeah, for sure. So the
Uh,
answer is letter C. The work of the psychologist. Okay. Let's see here, number 9.
yes.
Here we go. And this is the underlined part. And then we look to the sentence from the beginning. In some of the more basic tasks, those learned before the age of about 10, humans have huge upper hand. Okay.
D.
Tasks, comma, those learned before the age of about 10, comma, humans, excellent. So the answer is letter what?
D.
Yeah, why?
Uh,
Okay, let us just, we have like a sentence and we want to divide or, yeah, to divide the sentence into different parts. You know, the sentence is formed from the main, the main part is the subject and verb, يعني بتكون من الفعل والفعل. This is the clause, the main clause. So I'd like to check where is the main clause exactly. هو ايه الجملة الأساسية هنا? What does it talk about exactly? About the humans have a huge upper hand. أنا بقول إن humans have a huge upper hand. The humans, the subject, have the verb until the end of the sentence. Okay, like the object and so on. طيب. What about the other parts? So ايه الأجزاء التانية دي? These are called the phrases. دي اللي هي العبارات that describes the status of the subject and the verb. توضح لي حالة الفاعل والفعل نفسه. Okay, fine. So like where exactly this happened or when it did it happen? I would like to describe something else, a phrase that describe another phrase like so. But in some of more basic tasks, this is we said before, a propositional phrase. And when we start a sentence with a propositional phrase, لما نبدأ الجملة بالpropositional phrase, we have to place a comma after it. That means I have got to place a comma after task, right? It seems like literally there is comma after task. Then those learned before the age of about 10. This is another phrase, a participle phrase right here to describe the word tasks. So we have a phrase that describe another phrase, so I have got to place a comma before it and after it. That means there is comma before task, after task, sorry, and a comma after 10. Okay, fine. Why? Because we have two phrases, and here two phrases and the main clause. So you place a comma after task and a comma after 10, then we continue, right? Okay,
okay.
that like so. So comma here after task and comma after 10, then we say human and we continue. That's why the answer is letter D. Right. So let's see number 10, huh? Here we go. Like we say, can tell your washers and dryers what a perfect washing and drying cycle. Why do we put apostrophe here? Why do we put apostrophe S? For which purpose? Do we show any position here? Do we have any positions?
No.
Nothing, right? So for which reason do we put them? Hmm.
I I don't think there is a reason. We
Yeah, I
shouldn't
mean,
put
yeah, that's it. So it's written incorrectly. We have got to place it. We have got to remove it. What I mean. Okay. So which one is better to be used? Huh? Which one of the options?
um, B.
Yeah, for sure. Can tell your washer and dryer, as we say, what directly. And you here we have your for possessive pronoun, and here this is you are, like verb to be. You are and you are. So it's not C, sure, it's not D, but your washer and dryer what directly. Okay, nice. Here we have like number, that was number 10, right? Yeah, number 11. There we go. And yes, we say on, then the. This is the underline part, sorry. On and on period, then the. So see no change or on semicolon the or on m dash the or on comma the. So I to identify this one, if I keep it as it is, we start from while the battle of a man against machine rages on. Okay. Do you think this is complete sentence when I start with while? When I say, for example, while I was watching the match, then I stopped talking, I put a period. Do you think this is complete?
No,
For sure,
not
right? Then yeah, that's it. So what happened then? I've got to put another clause because the first one was dependent clause or subordinate clause. I need another one to complete it. So what do we need to place after on?
comma
Yeah, for sure. So which one is the answer?
D.
Yeah, so for sure the answer is literally. Okay. Okay, number two. War and Peace 1869 is well known and famous. This is the underlined part. Well known and
Famous.
yeah, okay. Do you think the sentence is written correctly?
Um, I don't see any problems with it, to be
Okay,
honest.
the problem is called like repeating this the word that have the same meaning يعني لما نيجي نكرر كلمات لها نفس المعنى in the same sentence this rule قاعدة دي اسمها redundancy. Okay, fine. So when we repeat the words having the same meaning or containing the same meaning, okay, that mean here I have uh, made a violation regarding to the redundancy. في هنا مشكلة في الكتابة اللي اسمها اللي هي تكرار الكلام يعني. I know that the word well known and famous both of them have the same meaning, right? الاثنين لهم نفس
Yes.
الايه المعنى. That mean here I can't use both of them at the same time. Why do I use the words with the same meaning? So I mean here it is written incorrectly. So do we say famous and well known, or we say famously well known, or we say well known only?
Well known.
Yeah, that's it, nothing else. So we just avoid repeating the words having the same meaning. I use only the word well known. Okay. Let us see here, number two. The underlined part in the word has. We say not many readers, especially in the modern day, has the time or the patience to work through that also. What do you think?
Uh, B. Have the
Yeah,
time.
yeah, for sure. Why?
Because it's many readers. You cannot use
Yeah,
has for
yeah, the
many.
subject here is a plural. That's why we use have, not has. And this is an unrestricted phrase, an essential one. I've got to remove it. Readers have directly. Okay, nice. Number three, they are missing. The underlined part is the word they. That mean whether we say that the usage of the word they is correct or we have got to change it to be a noun. You understand? So how do we judge on such a question? Because this is maybe it's kind of ambiguity. يعني نوع من أنواع الغموض that we have like what comes before they has kind of possibility to refer to different nouns. يعني في احتمالية إنها تشير إلى أسماء أكتر من اسم يعني. Okay, fine. Not for just only one noun. How do I know that? I check if we have more than one noun in the sentence before it or not. So we have like where the sentence is starting from, what exactly that is before it. We have starting from the readers. That mean they may be for the readers, or we continue reading, maybe for the pages, because pages here is plural, pages, and maybe for the characters too, plural, maybe for the plot twists, right? Because they're all plural nouns, and they, type, as long as they're plural nouns, I mean they may be referring to one of these, not only one of them, right? I mean here, do we have to keep they as it is, or we have got to change it to put the noun,
We have to change it.
right? So which one of here is supposed to be used now?
Um, Mister, can you go down? Because I can't see the rest.
Yeah, we have number 3 here. Do we say no change or those readers or many of them or some?
Be those readers.
Yeah, for sure. So we have got to mention the name of the noun itself, those readers to remove and to avoid ambiguity. Okay, nice. عشان ايه نزيل الغموض يعني. طيب, this for number 3. Let's see number 4. Here we say be bussing. Which one do we choose?
C.
Yeah, buses, right? We choose. Why? Because we have could, right? And code is followed by the infinitive form of the verb. We're gonna say be is infinitive, but the sentence is in the past. How would I know that it was in the past, not in kind of a present? Because when I say could be possessing, this is a present. Going to be possessing here, okay, fine. Present progressive. But when I say like cited, the main verb period in the past, so we have got to use could in the past, only could. And then we say could plus the infinitive form of the verb. So it's possess. So could possess. So it's letter C. Okay. Let's see number 5. Alongside to the end of here, the writing. Okay, let's see the question. What does it say exactly for number 5? If the punctuation were adjusted accordingly, the best placement for the underlined portion would be. But where do we put the underlined portion? Where is it? It is now, زي ما هو, or at the beginning of the sentence, أول الجملة, after the word that, بعد كلمة that, or after the word least, بعد كلمة least. Let's see here, the underlined part is a clause or a phrase. هو ده clause ولا phrase? But not alongside Tolstoy's other great novels and nonfiction. Do we have a verb here? We say not. This is a clause or a complete sentence. You say not, just a phrase. I mean, this part is used for describing the word that comes before it. يعني أنا بستخدمه لوصف الكلمة اللي جاية قبلها, or what comes after it أو اللي جاي بعدها. Okay, fine. So when I say alongside Tolstoy's other great novels and nonfiction, and then we say period, and then we say Shakespeare, okay, fine. That mean here, this phrase doesn't have anything to do with Shakespeare. يعني مالهاش علاقة أصلا بشكسبير. ليه؟ Because we finished or we ended the sentence with a period. حطينا نهيناها بإيه؟ period. If I want to use it for describing Shakespeare, for example, I've got to place a comma here. لازم أحط comma. طيب. The mean here, it is not used even for describing Shakespeare and doesn't work even for the meaning. And there is no noun coming after before it. يعني impossible was all no possible another the case. Okay, fine. So it does not describe any of these. Which one can it describe exactly? Find out it has to describe the word what? Book, right?
Yes.
Okay, so where do we put it? Hmm.
Uh,
Is it where is it now? في مكانها or not? We leave it as it is, or we have got to remove it? You have to place it somewhere else, right?
yes, but
Okay,
I'm not sure.
at the beginning of the sentence, في بداية الجملة. Yeah, okay, we said it. We are gonna use it for describing the word book. Okay. ده I mean we place it
Yes.
at the beginning to come before it يعني تيجي قبلها عشان تصف البوك. فهو alongside okay Tolstoy's other great novels and non-fiction comma a book like Word then we continue. Okay, fine. That mean this phrase has to be placed before or at the beginning of what of the sentence itself.
Sentence.
Yeah, that's so it's letter B. Fine. But let's see number six. Number six here we say, yeah, seemed to have. I mean, yeah, this is a verb in the past. We judge on the sentence regarding to the tense. Mr. Shakespeare seemed to have an emotional vocabulary that was advanced. So we say was advanced as mentioned here. So do we have to say to keep it as it is? I mean, no change, or we say seems having or has or seemingly has. What do you think?
I think no change.
Yeah, because the sentence is in the past. جملة في الماضي تمام. So we say seemed have. How would I know that the sentence itself is in the past? First of all, Shakespeare is a character from the past. And moreover, using the word was advanced. So we have another verb and we have the word lived in, another verb right here to just emphasize that the sentence is in the past. That way you have got to keep it as it is without changing it. نسيبها زي ما هي من غير ما نغير طبعا. For sure we say like no change. Okay, let's see number seven. Number seven here. رقم سبعة بنقول إيه؟ In the era of facts and discoveries. Okay, so but Tolstoy lived in the era of facts and discoveries. في عصر الحقائق والاكتشافات. Do you have to keep it as it is or we change it? Let's see. Do we say like in the era of facts and discoveries or in an era, then put comma, or one, then we put comma, a historical time period, then we put comma. And instead of using era of facts and discoveries.
Uh, we put comma after era.
No, or not.
Um, we keep it as it is.
Yeah, that's it. Why would you change it? Keep it as it is. Okay. So the answer will be letter A2. نفس الإيه الإجابة. Okay, fine. طيب, let's see number 8. Number 8 we say no change or had been learning or could have learned or are learning. Let us see the sentence itself. Here we go. We look at number 8, then the land part is learns. Learns is the present, right? And the sentence is in present. So we look at the sentence from the beginning. Say it is frankly conceivable that a man with Tolstoy's leisure, intelligence, and curiosity learns about his age's most current finding in literature, puts religion to the end. Okay, fine.
Yes.
Yes. Do we have to keep it as it is or we change it? Hmm.
We keep it as it is
Why?
because it's in the present.
How would I know that the sentence is in present?
Mm. Because he's learning about his age's most current findings.
Because we say it is, you mean? But let's see. Here the sentence, first of all, we speak about the character from the past, right? Tolstoy's learns. And moreover, I can say, for example, that it is like believable that Ahmed could have got better mark if he studied harder, right? So I'm saying a sentence right now about something that could have happened when in the past, right? يعني بقول لك حاجة دلوقتي إن هو كان من الممكن يعمل حاجة في الماضي وأنا بتكلم دلوقتي صح كده؟ So that is the same here. It is frankly conceivable that a man with intelligence, curiosity يعني شخص زي تولستوي عنده ذكاء وعنده فضول كان من الممكن إنه إيه يتعلم right؟ مش دلوقتي.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. So which one do you think we have got to choose? Because we given like the introduction of the reasons why he could have learned يعني ليه كان من الممكن إنه يتعلم صح؟ So you say had been learning or could have learned.
Could have learned.
Yeah, that's it. Could
See.
have letter C. تمام. The answer for sure is letter C. Okay. Let's see, there's here we have number 9. The writer is considering deleting the phrase since Tolstoy's death in 1910 and ending the sentence with a period after the word change. Let's see, what is this phrase? What is the phrase since? Considering to delete which phrase? Since Tolstoy's death in 1910. This is the phrase he considering deleting and omitting it. Where is it? It is here. Since Tolstoy's death in 1910. Let's see if he deleted what would happen. So yes, he has to delete it, or no, he has to keep it. Means kept, letter A or letter B, or deleted and deleted. What do you think? Let's see to the sentence. Look at the sentence itself. Read it from the beginning. The very fact that such an achievement is impossible now shows us just how much things have changed since Tolstoy's death in 1910. So you just check if we stop on right here, changed. Okay. Then I will continue saying this was the year. Okay, I consider that I have removed this part in 1910. Then I said this was the year. Which year exactly if we removed the part of since Tolstoy death in 1910? Right?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean here it's existent or look is essential to the sentence, right? This
Yes.
prepositional phrase is essential. Why? Because it gives you like an introduction for what comes after it. If I didn't put it here and then I said this was the year ده كان العام طب أي عام هو كان بيتكلم على إيه؟ ليه ما توضحش يعني why didn't I mention before it when I say this هذا كان العام this is for which exactly for which word for 1910 right I mean it's essential هي وده أساسي في اللغة so we have got to keep it right
Yes.
yeah for which reason do we keep it kept because it contributes to the essay biographical sketch of the author War and Peace or kept because it introduces a topic of discussion that is continued throughout the paragraph.
B.
Yeah, that's it. It introduces بتقدم لنا topic of discussion موضوع يتم مناقشته في بقية الايه الباراجراف. Then we say this was the year and so on to the end of the sentence. Okay, so the answer is letter B. Well, number yes 10 into philosophy. The underlined part here is it. It is here this one. And we say no change, or we have got to change it into fascinated with philosophical inquiry, interested in philosophy or the great philosophers. We read the sentence from the beginning to check. War and Peace is the great document of that pre-1910 era, of a moment when the great scientists were also into philosophy. Or we say were also, if I'm gonna keep it, no change, or were also fascinated with philosophical inquiry, ولا were also interested in philosophy, ولا were also the great philosophers.
Uh, the great philosophers.
Excellent, that's it. The answer is literally. Why, for which reason, I'll tell you. Here we say they were the great scientists and also the great philosophers. For which reason? For serve the parallelism. عشان بنخدم حاجة اسمها parallelism. Here I say that they were هم كانوا great scientists. I have an adjective, the great, and a noun coming after it. And we're also great, the same word as an adjective, and philosophers, a noun that is described by the word great for the parallelism. Okay, fine. And using the word also هم كانوا في نفس الوقت علماء وأيضا كانوا في نفس الوقت إيه فلاسفة عظماء يعني. Okay, that's why we use the great philosophers, both of them. Okay, طيب. And when the great number 11, let's see number 11 here, we say another, and then we say period after another, and then what do we say here? No change, another field, a great discovery for another, the same thing elsewhere. Okay, طيب خلينا نشوف الجملة مع بعض. A great discovery in one field could also be another. Do you say could also be another?
I think we should change it, but I'm not sure how should we
Yeah, we
change it?
have got to change it. Change it to which one of them?
Um, Mister, can you go down? I want to see D.
Yeah, you want to see letter D?
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
B,
Yeah, why?
because he mentioned fields. A great discovery in one field.
A great discovery. Okay, as I mentioned, a great discovery in one field could also be another field. Mean another field? No, 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 wrong. This is wrong. Because a great discovery in one field اكتشاف عظيم في أحد المجالات could also be another field ممكن يكون مجال تاني ولا اكتشاف عظيم لآخر in Arabic here which one do you think is better يعني اكتشاف
B,
عظيم في أحد المجالات ممكن يكون اكتشاف عظيم لآخر ولا ممكن يكون مجال آخر يعني بالعربي كده أنهي الأنسب
C.
yeah that's it a great discovery for another why I'll tell you why here we say the answers will be letter C here when we focus on the main subject of this sentence for number 11 is what a great discovery يعني انا بتكلم على هي ايه هنا a great discovery the whole sentence is all about the discovery عن اكتشاف فاكتشاف عظيم في احد المجالات ممكن يكون اكتشاف اخر او اكتشاف عظيم لاخر right okay because we're speaking about the great discovery itself يعني we're not speaking about the field we're not focusing on the field ما بنركزش على الفيلد نفسه but we are focusing on the discovery itself regarding to the parallelism and regarding to the word we are focusing on الكلمة اللي احنا بنأكد عليها وبنركز عليها ده grade A discovery that's why the answer would be letter A letter C تمام طيب okay this is for number 11 هنشوف here for the vocabulary part let's read together and check the answer ها؟
Yes.
Mhm.
The sentence, the invasive species became the bane of the local ecosystem,
Mhm.
leading to the decline of native plants and animals. What does the word bane most closely mean?
Yeah, so the invasive species became the pain of the local ecosystem, leading to the decline. We have the key term in the word what? Decline, right? Yeah, the minute it reduces, right? As long as it reduces بتقلل the needed plants and animals, their number, okay? So pain means source of joy, a cause of destruction, form of assistant, or nurturing element. What do you think?
What does nurturing mean?
Nurturing like bringing up and taking care of. As if
No,
it's an
it's
element
B.
for taking care of it. Okay, yeah, for sure, it's cause of destruction. Okay, we're describing the relationship between this invasive species to that invaded to the local ecosystem or to the plants that led to what? To the decline of the native plants. So that means it had a negative impact upon the negative plants ليها كده تأثير سلبي because it led to the decline يعني to the reduction and to like abating them like reducing their number and so on decreasing them قللت عددهم يعني okay but that means cause of destruction يعني أكيد هو مصدر الإيه الدمار طبعا كلمة being أصلا means cause of destruction طيب number 2 in the following sentence, after her friend's unexpected departure, she felt bereft of
Unexpected
companionship.
departure, she.
Yes, yes, continue. Huh? Okay, what do you think is the answer?
Uh, lacking.
Yeah, that's it. The word,
C.
the synonym, yes. The synonym of the word bereft is lacking. And regarding to the meaning of the sentence, when we just focus on it, you find that her friends have departed her. They have left her and abandoned her. That means there is kind of lacking and shortage in the companionship. No, no more friends, no more companionship, and even support. So surely no fulfilled, no supported, not confused, but lacking according to the amount. Okay. Number 3. In the sentence, his past Okay, we'll ask about the word pass. What does it mean?
Uh, what does inclination mean?
In Arabic,
Let's
like
see.
preferring something. I have inclined to something that I'm close to the idea. For example, I'm inclined to an idea. I mean, I support and like partially convinced. I'm close to the idea. I prefer this idea. I'd rather having this idea like so. Okay, support it and so on. الميل للحاجة يعني بالعربي. Okay, so
A clear perspective.
no, not clear point of view. I say his bias toward friendly animals often clouded his judgment when adopting pets. Clouded mean as if they affected on his own judgment when he adopted the pets. Why? Because he has a bias. He preferred having like friendly animals. Okay, fine. Get the point here. So the bias means what? An inclination or preference. This letter C. Fine. No measurement, no fairness. A bias يعني انحياز بالعربي. تمام. فطبعا مش measurement او fairness، مش عدل. not a neutral attitude، مش توجه معتدل، لان هو انحياز لحاجه معينه، فانا بفضل حاجه عن حاجه يعني. اوكي. not a clear perspective، مش وجهه نظر واضحه يعني. تمام. فsure the answer is letter what? Letter C. اوكي. طيب. Number 4 ها.
Yes. In the context of the sentence, the coach did not hesitate to berate the players after their lackluster performance. Uh, what does enthusiastically mean?
enthusiastically like eagerly بحماسه يعني. Yeah, to encourage someone enthusiastically means like to support him and encourage him eagerly بحماس.
B.
Yeah,
Scold harsh.
scold harshly, yeah, for sure. The word berate means to scold in Arabic يعني يوبخ. Okay, so here the coach didn't hesitate ما ترددش to berate the players نوبخ اللاعبين after their lackluster performance بعد أدائهم المبهد أو المبهم يعني. Okay, they didn't play very well, that why he berated them يعني وبخهم وهكذا. Blamed them and scolded them harshly for sure. Okay, this is for number 4. See the others. Number 5.
Yes. In the sentence, the speaker's brevity kept the audience engaged as they appreciated the concise nature of the presentation. What does brevity imply? Uh, what does clarity mean?
That from clarification. from clarify.
Ah,
وضوح يعني. We say that like it was concise. So regarding to the duration, if something is concise regarding to the duration of an event or a speech, would it be short or long one? If I say concise, concise يعني دقيق. تمام. So it will be like short. Got the point here. Say brevity is taken out from the word brief. يعني brevity واخدها من كلمة ايش؟ brief, understand? So the speaker's brief kept brevity like here, that we say that his speech was what exactly, or the presentation was regarding to its lengthiness. I mean, it has a long duration مدة طويلة، ولا clarity وضوح، ولا shortness المدة كانت قصيرة short duration، ولا complexity تعقد أو معقدة يعني. What do you think?
shortness.
Yeah, for sure. Brevity means shortness. Okay, of course, speaking about the duration itself. Okay, but number 6. In
And
the
the
phrase
phrase
storm, huh?
began to abate and the sun started to shine through the clouds. What does abate mean in this context?
Yeah,
Reduce?
yeah, for sure. The word abate means to reduce the intensity of something يعني أقلل حدة حاجة معينة، أقلل كثافة يعني. Okay, so the storm began to abate and the sun started to shine. I mean here it began to reduce بدأت تقلل العاصفة and the sun started to shine through the clouds for sure. Okay. Intensify like when I increase the intensity of something تزيد حدة حاجة معينة أو كثافتها. Increase يزيد for sure and stabilize from stable يعني يجعل شيء مستقر يعني to stabilize something. Okay. From the stability الاستقرار وهكذا. Okay. طب number 7.
Yes. In the statement, he did not want to be abet any legal activities, choosing instead to report what he saw. What does abet suggest?
Yeah.
Not want. What does hinder?
A hinder means like to put restrictions or to restrict or prevent from happening obstacle like يعيق حدوث شيء يعني they hinder it. Okay.
I'm not sure.
Okay. The other phrase, yes, make it clear. I think choosing instead to report what he saw. Okay, fine. I mean, he has chosen something else, right? He has chosen something else. That's why he didn't want the illegal activity. He don't want to hinder them or to support them. That's why he has chosen something else. Hmm. He didn't want to abandon them and he chose something else. Sure. Or he didn't want to ignore them, these activities, and he chose something else. Abandon and ignore mean that he has chosen something else. Okay. And hinder, like I say, to put obstacles or to restrict. I mean, here he didn't want to support. هو ما كانش عايز يدعم شيء معين. Okay, so supporting something right here, that mean he preferred to choose it, but he didn't want to choose this illegal activities. He don't want to support them. That's why he has chosen instead to report what he saw, not the illegal activities. Understand? So, and moreover, the word bet means to support an evidence. يعني يدعم دليل يعني. Okay. طيب. Number 8.
Yes. In the context of the sentence, she abhors the practice of animal testing and actively campaigns against it. What does abhor mean? To dislike intensely.
Yeah, that's it. The word
See,
abhor means to dislike something intensely, actually. This is for the abhor, for sure. Okay, number 9.
the sentence, he chose to abnegate his claim to inheritance, believing it has it to be the right thing to do. What does abnegate mean?
Hmm.
D.
To fight for or to deny or to claim or to assert. The word abnegate means to deny. تمام? Or to give up a privilege or right to something here. يعني واحد بيتنازل عن مزايا حاجة معينة أو بينكر شيء معين. So it means to abnegate it. Okay, so he has chosen or he choose to deny his claim to the inheritance, believing to be the right thing to do that. And if he has given up his own claim, his own right, and his own privilege to the inheritance. الورث يعني. يعني تنازل عن حقه فين في الورث. So he has denied, not أنكر حقه. يعني he has abnegated his own claim. وabnegate معناه تنازل عن حق شرعي في شيء معين. Okay. طيب number 10.
Yes, after being accused of embezzlement, the accountant decided to blank with the company's fund. Uh, what does A mean? Sorry.
Abscond means to flee, to run away with, to escape with, يهرب حاجة. He decided قرر يعمل ايه بقى with the company's fund من ممتلكات الشركة وعملها. What did he decide to do?
A.
Yeah, abscond. He decided to flee and run away with it. Okay, to escape. So after being accused of embezzlement بعد ما تم اتهامه بالاختلاس, the accountant decided to طبعا the accountant decided to run away with the company's fund. قرر ان هو يهرب من الشركة. Okay. Number 11, which of the following scenarios best illustrate the role of advocate? When I advocate something exactly, or even someone, what does it mean? A lawyer defending their client in a court, scientists conducting experiments, teacher assigning homework, a chef preparing a meal.
I think it's
Hmm.
A.
Yeah, for
اللي هي
sure. Mhm.
client record.
Yeah, what do you call yeah, that's a lawyer defending their clients in a court. What do we call the lawyer in Arabic language? بنسميه إيه عندنا بالعامية؟
عامي.
بشكل عام محامي. لا، حاجة تانية يعني حاجة تانية كده، دي اسم كده بالعامي، معرفش تعرفه ولا ايه. بيسموه avocado, right? I think
Yes.
you heard about that. This is advocate. The word advocate is taken out from this word. Advocate is like a lawyer, the one who defends a person or defends an idea, يعني بيدافع عن فكرة for his own point of view أو وجهة نظر وهكذا يعني. Okay. طيب. Number 12, the author's mention of the serpent in the garden is likely to biblical story of Adam and Eve.
Uh, what does contradict mean?
Like contrast, when I have kind of contradiction, two things that are against each other's, not similar يعني مش متشابهين. That's why I can't use the word contradict because we have likely to. So this one is cannot be used.
What does allude mean?
Like give a hint about something, to refer to something in an indirect way, يعني بلمح على حاجة معينة.
C.
Yeah, allude to for sure. He was like referring to something in an indirect way. بيشير إلى حاجة بطريقة غير إيه مباشرة يعني. بلمح يعني. Give hint. Okay. Number 13.
Yes. The
Uh,
sentence I saw her duck contains blank because it can be ter
inter
interpreted into two ways.
yeah, that's it. It can be interpreted into ways ممكن يتم تفسيرها بطريقتين يعني. Got the point? So yeah, as long as can be interpreted into ways. So a thought that contains clarity or ambiguity, transparency or brevity. What do you think?
What does ambiguity?
Yeah, cryptic something is ambiguous means like to be cryptic or mysterious, not clear enough. Like when I say ambiguity, the same like when I spoke about the pronoun. Remember they? It can have kind of two explanation. It can refers to two nouns or different more than one nouns. ممكن تشير إلى أكتر من اسم. That's why there is ambiguity. يعني لها كذا تفسير. بمعنى حاجة لها كذا تفسير ممكن يعني it has different possibilities لها احتمالات معينة. Okay, fine. So it is ambiguity. يبقى تبقى ايش؟ ambiguity يعني. Okay, fine. So the answer is what?
Yes, B.
Yeah, for sure.
B.
Ambiguity right here. Okay, why? Because when I say I saw her duck, I may refer to the duck itself or just like an expression of saying I saw her duck, that I saw her lowering down يعني تميل يعني برأسها يعني. Okay, so the answer is letter B for sure. طيب. Which of the following is an example of analogy?
Uh, B.
Yeah, for sure. Love is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Analogy, when you like to compare between two things, they are completely different from each others. And you think that they're alike to each others. يعني نقارن بين حاجتين غير متشابهين تماما تمام في جانب معين ونبدأ نقارن as if they are like each others. لكنهم شبه بعضين. So for the answer is letter B. This is for language. Okay. Number 15.
The police managed to blank. the suspect before he could leave the city.
Yeah.
Apprehend.
Yeah. The police managed to arrest the suspect before he could leave the city for sure. Apprehend means like to arrest someone. يقبض على شخص or to get an idea أو أفهم فكرة معينة يعني. To recognize an idea تدارك فكرة معينة or even a message. I mean I have apprehended it. Like got an idea. Or some point of view. طيب تمام. Number 16.
Yes. The speaker's ability to plan complex ideas made the presentation easy to understand. Hinder. C.
يعقل الفكرة يعني ال complex ideas the made the presentation if he's going to obstacle given kind of obstacles and prevent it from being like understood what I said would be easy to understood.
What does fabricate mean?
Fabricate like to make it something fake, having kind of fake copy of something. Yeah, في fabric يعني make something like a fake copy of an original thing يعني اعمل نسخة مزيفة من حاجة أصلية. So I have fabricated it or manufactured it. but أنا fake something in a fake way يعني. Okay.
B.
Yeah,
Art.
articulate. Yes, articulate for sure. The speaker's ability articulate that you have the ability to express things in kind of clear way. Yes, for example, the teacher was able to articulate the lesson that all the students understood it easily. Okay, فمعلم كان عنده قدرة إن هو articulate the lesson itself إنه يشرح الدرس بوضوح كويس جدا that all the students were able to understood it easily قدروا يفهموه بسهولة يعني okay. So to express something very well, for example, the ability to use the words to express articulate. Obscure means like to be mysterious. Something that is mysterious is obscure for sure. Something that is a cryptic, awkward, wayward, for example, that is not clear enough, مش واضح, طبعا is obscure. Hinder, as we say, to prevent something from happening, يمنع حاجة من الحدوث. To put obstacles or restrictions, وضع قيود حول حاجة معينة, so it is hinder. Fabricate to make a fake copy or to make something بنصنع حاجة, especially when we make a fake copy of something لما نصنع حاجة مزيفة, it is like we commonly use the word fabricate. So it's not this one for sure. طيب. The hikers discovered the hidden of supplies in a cave.
A.
Yeah,
Cache.
cache for sure. Cache like a place where we store a secret place for storing items, for example. مكان سري بنحفظ بيه الأشياء. So it's sure it is a cache. Okay. Number 8, the entrepreneur.
Is to blank on a new market trend to expand her business. Capitalize.
Yeah, the entrepreneur managed to capitalize on a new market trend to expand her business. To benefit or to profit from an opportunity, for example, استفاد من فرصة معينة or even any resources أو أي مورد mean that I have capitalized it. Capitalize this resource or this opportunity. استفدت من الفرصة ديت وهكذا. So the entrepreneur managed to capitalize the new market trend to expand her business. Truly capitalize. Okay, number 19.
After weeks of resistance, the army was forced to blank to the advancing forces.
Mhm.
Uh, Retaliate. A.
No. After weeks of resistance, like that. As if the army was resisting for weeks. كان بيقاوم لأسابيع. And after this resistance, بعد المقاومة دي, the army was forced to, كان مجبر إن هو يعمل إيه بقى؟ To the advancing forces, للقوات المتقدمة from their enemies يعني. فقرر إن هو يعمل إيه؟ To
What
give up,
does
to surrender, right?
Yes.
Yeah, which one of these means surrender or giving up?
What does capitulate mean?
To surrender or to give up. Capitulate. Okay. Yeah, so the answer is letter what? Letter B.
B.
Fine, yeah, that's it. They have decided to surrender or to give up. So it's letter B. Number 20.
The journalists ensured that all sources in the article were blank to maintain the integrity of the report.
Mhm.
Uh, credible?
Yeah, credible for sure. So the journalist showed that all the sources in the article were credible, or well, that all the sources were logical, rational one, okay. And trust to what is logic and what is rational, what is reasonable. حاجة عقلانية، حاجة مصدقة، okay. حاجة واقعية, so it's credible for sure. Number 21.
Which of the following actions would best corroborate a claim in a scientific study?
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah, corroborate. What does it mean when I corroborate a claim? Do I abnegate it or I abet at?
uh, B.
Yeah, providing support to evidence. Provide support to my claim, to my point of view, that mean I corroborate it. Okay. Number 22.
After receiving high grades on several assignments, John became blank and stopped studying as hard.
Yeah. He
What
was
does
yeah, he was studying hard to get higher grades, right?
yes?
Yeah, and he has already got the higher grades. Okay. So which one of that he became what of these? That he became diligent or ambitious or cautious or complacent?
What does diligent mean?
Like hardworking. The one who works hard, very hard actually, is diligent one.
Complacent?
Yeah, that's it. So he became surely complacent. Complacent means to be satisfied, having self-satisfaction. Okay. Accept an idea regarding to have self-satisfaction. رضا عن الذات يعني. Okay. So he has already got the high grades. That's why he became complacent. He became like satisfied completely. That's why he stopped studying as hard as he got used to do. Right. Number 23.
Yes. How should the ambiguous sentence be blank to avoid confusion? Uh, what does construed mean?
To explain something is construed. If I explain something to clarify it, بشرح حاجة عشان أوضحها.
A. Construed.
Okay. So we say it's construed, right? Yeah, for sure. Number 24.
The debate became blank when the participants refused to agree on basic facts.
Mhm. So the debate became what? When the participants refused to agree on basic facts, yes.
Uh, harmonious?
No. We were describing the debate itself when the participants refused to agree. So they are kind of disagreements, right? Because they refused to agree with each other. I mean, they were in kind of dispute or argument. أصبحوا في جدال لأنهم ما بيتفقوش على حاجة زي المصريين كده. Right? So,
Yes.
what do you think?
Uh,
Yeah, if I describe somebody to be argumentative person, like to argue, like to dispute, means he is harmonious or the debate is harmonious. Harmonious from the word harmony, يعني في اتفاق وفي تجانس كده وهكذا, so it's harmony or harmonious, okay? Indifferent means like the one who is careless about something, يعني غير مهتم بحاجة, عنده لا مبالاة. Neutral يعني معتدل, شيء that is like, okay, fair, yeah, fair enough. So it is contentious, okay? Contentious is the word that means the one who likes dispute or something like regarding to dispute and argument. متعلق بالجدال والنزاع وهكذا يعني. تمام. اوكي number 25.
He began to blank his neighbor's car after seeing its sleek design and advanced feature.
Yeah.
What does covet mean?
Okay, the word covet, to wish something or to desire it or to want something. Okay. So he began his neighbor cars after seeing its sleek design and advance.
A. Covet.
Yeah, yeah, he began to covet, to wish his or to desire his neighbor's car. كان يعني عايز ايه طبعا تمنى عربية تجارة يعني. Okay, not reject, not refused, not donate, not position for sure. Number 26.
The blank of qualified applicants forced the company to extend its hiring deadline.
Mhm.
What does dearth mean?
Which word?
A.
Yeah,
Dearth.
scarcity. Scarcity and something that is rare يعني ندرة, shortage of something, lacking something like so. So scarcity,
A.
yeah. So that's it. Not a big amount of something. The there's of a qualified applicants. ندرة qualified applicants مقدمون مؤهلين forced the company أجبرت الشركة to extend its hiring deadline. تمام for sure. طيب number 27.
Yes. The scientists worked tirelessly to blank the myth that vaccines are unsafe. Debunk.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Debunk.
Yeah, debunk, right? So the scientists worked tirelessly to debunk the myth that the vaccines are unsafe. Debunk like to expose and to reveal that something is not real, that is fake, okay, like a fake fact. So there was a myth, and right, a kind of like the vaccine were unsafe. That's why the scientists were able or they worked to debunk this يعني عشان يفضحوا زي في الايه هذه الإشاعة يعني. طيب ماشي. Number 28.
The old factory has been blank for years and is now scheduled for demolition.
Mhm.
What does defunct mean?
Completely dead, extinct, and no longer functioning, no longer used, no longer working. Okay. So the old factory has been what exactly for years, and they now it's scheduled for demolition, for uh, destructing and it, destroying it, and so on.
Yes, defunct. A.
Yes.
A.
Yeah, it is defunct for sure. So the answer is letter A. The professor's lectures were so that students often felt they were being talked down to.
Yes. Can you show me the
Yeah, for sure. Do you see them now?
yes? What does A mean? Didactic.
لا
Didactic.
didactic just like something used for being taught. يعني مادة علمية، حاجة بتستخدم للتعليم يعني.
Informal.
Uh, informal غير رسمي يعني. We were speaking about a lecture يعني بنتكلم على محاضرة. The students often felt they were being took down to. Took down to that if they got completely engaged in the lecture itself and they got everything. فهموا كل حاجة من المحاضرة يعني. Okay, fine. So speaking about something that is supposed to be taught, right? Not informal,
Yes.
not confusing, not entertaining, but surely it is what?
Didactic.
Didactic, yes. Okay, so that's the number 30 here. To ensure efficiency, the manager decided to what? The smaller task to her team.
Uh, Delegate a smaller tasks to our team.
Mm. So the answer is sure is letter A, delegate. Yes. When I just entrust some of the tasks and responsibility to someone, that means I delegate these tasks to him. And delegate is like the representative مندوب يعني أو مفوض يعني وهكذا. تمام. So the answer is there is A for sure. طيب. Let's see the counterpart right here. Copy like yeah. Well, what do you think the answer? The first one.
Uh, it's not.
Mhm.
No change.
خلينا نشوف مع بعض. Coffee, a beverage that many entrepreneurs depend on. Do you think this part is a clause or a phrase؟ الأول ده كده قبل الكومة. This is what
Uh,
starting from here. Sorry. We have a comma here and a comma here, right? I mean, this
yes.
part in between is a restricted phrase, right?
Yes.
Is it essential or can be removed? Can be removed. Okay. So I'm speaking about the coffee, isn't it? Can I say
Yes.
coffee? It is not.
No.
Yeah, it's really not. I cannot say coffee. It is not. So what do I have to say? I say coffee stimulating, or coffee is not only, or coffee because it is. What do you think?
See,
Yeah, is
is
not.
not.
Yeah, stimulating delicious, but also comforting. I bought shortly, as we said before, but you bought a comma. As we said before. The answer is C for sure. Right. Number two, the people of Caliph frequently follow their family trade, comma, they work mainly in fishing, oil, and education.
Uh,
How many clauses do we have here? One, this is a clause, right? How would I know? People follow. ناس بيتبعوا فعل وفعل clause. They work فعل وفعل clause تاني. So I have two clauses. عندي جملتين. How do we join between them? ازاي بنجمع بينهم? We use only here. What do we use here? Comma only,
comma.
right? Yeah. Can we use only comma to join between clauses? Surely not. That is run-on sentence. اسمها run-on sentence. تمام. So it's written incorrectly. How do I fix it? We put what? Hmm? What do you think? How to join between two clauses? Whether we use conjunction, إما نستخدم conjunction like fanboys or subordinate conjunctions, for example, or conjunctive adverbs, or correlative conjunctions, for example, or we use semicolon, نستخدم بس semicolon, or we use like, as I said, period, نحط period, for example, you find, or I change the first clause to be like a phrase. أغير الكلوز الأول يبقى phrase يصف الكلوز التاني، أو العكس. I change the second clause to be a phrase to describe the first clause like so. تمام، فخليها جملة واحدة يعني أجمعهم، I like merge them together, I combine them together، بجمعهم في بعض كده. تمام. طيب هنا أنا عندي two clauses يعني، أمر بسيط، أحط بس إيه semicolon. خلاص، يعني I replace the comma، أستبدل الكوما بإيش؟ ها، بسيمي إيه؟
Semicolon.
That's it, nothing else. So the people of the Caliph currently follow their family trade, semicolon, they work mainly in fishing, oil, and education. Okay, understand? طيب طبعا trade working مش هينفع. طب ليه الأخيرة مش صح؟ يعني مثلا بقول إيه the people of Caliph frequently follow their family trade. Working mainly in fishing. طب ما احنا حولنا الجزء الثاني اهو، لما انا شلت ديت رحت جاي اعمل working gerund، خليتها participle phrase، فانا حولتها لفريز خليتها عباره، ما بقتش خلاص يعني، ما بقتش جمله، بقت عباره بس. طب ليه ما ينفعش عشان تصف الكلوز الاول؟ لان working mainly in fishing, oil and education will describe what، هتصف ايه دلوقتي؟ the word ها trade، صح؟ انت فاهم انا اقصد ايه؟ يعني نتكلم على letter دي trade، واحط بعدها كوما، وبعد كده ابدا بworking، هحول work دي تبقى working. all working mainly in fishing oil. انا كده I have changed it to be like what? To be a phrase, participle phrase. واحنا عارفين ان phrase is used to describe the noun that comes before it، بتصف الاسم اللي قبلها or what comes after it، او اللي بعدها. هنا this phrase is supposed to describe the trait. فالتريت
Yes.
هي اللي بتشتغل يعني؟ طبعا لا، صح كده؟ It's supposed to describe the people. Okay. But if he said if he changed the whole sentence and said working mainly in fishing, oil, and education, comma, the people of Caliph currently follow the family trade. This is what be correct. but letter D will be misplaced modifier. يبقى misplaced ايه modifier، ما ينفعش letter D. letter C ما ينفعش اصلا عشان هتبقى misplaced modifier، في نفس الوقت ما فيش كوما حتى قبل الفريز. وليتر A طبعا غلط لانه جمع ما بين التو كلوزز using only comma، ما ينفعش. طبعا الاصح ان انا احط السيمي كولن ما بين التو كلوزز عشان اجمع ما بينهم وخلاص. تمام، كل الصورة. اوكي. طيب.
Okay.
طيب نمبر 3.
A worldwide authority on horticulture, Gerald Holmes, after training at the finest academies in France.
Yeah.
Uh, can I see the other options?
كيف شو لا، والجملة مكتوبة صح. Is it written correctly؟
Um, I'm not sure. I don't think so, no.
Yeah, it's not for sure because we don't have a verb هنا، مفيش فعل اصلا. ده احنا مجمعين
Yes.
كلمات جنب بعض وخلاص. وال awarded wide authority on horticulture جيرالد هولمز after training at the finest academies in France. يعني ماله جيرالد هولمز ده بعد ما training في ال finest academic in France world wide authority، وبوصفه ان هو world wide authority on horticulture. مفيش فعل اصلا، فدي كلها phrases مع بعض، فالجملة مش تامة اصلا. تمام. that's called a fragment مش sentence اساسا.
B.
Letter B, a worldwide authority on horticulture. Gerald Holmes trained at the finest academic. That's it. So we put the subject here and we put the verb. This is a clause. هنا عندنا subject to verb. Holmes trained. Holmes تدرب يعني. وحطينا قبلها الجزء اللي قبله خليناه phrase اللي هو worldwide authority on horticulture to describe Holmes. طبعا فالانسر letter A letter B. حولناها لفريز وكلوز مع بعض. اوكي. وطبعا وصلنا ما بينهم بكوما عادي، هنا نحط كوما عادي جدا لان اللي قبلها فريز مش كلوز. تمام. اللي عرفنا انها فريز لان مفيش اي فيرب اصلا، ده بس كلمات جنب بعض وخلاص. تمام. طيب
Yes.
ممتاز. نمبر 4.
Yes, the Trenton Thunder is a minor league baseball team. It is from Trenton, New Jersey.
يس.
Yes. No change
واي.
because I don't think you can use they for a team, baseball team.
طيب ما ينفعش تستخدم ايه؟
They.
طيب نبص يعني هل في مشكلة تانية ولا لا؟ انا معنى كده ان بي غلط صح؟ and letter D غلط but it's not correct, right? Because we cannot use they to refer to the team because we're speaking about the team here, right? طيب if the sentence written correctly، طب هل الجملة نفسها مكتوبة صح ولا لا؟ نشوف. The Trenton Thunder is a minor league baseball team. ادي أول close. عندي فعل أهو صح. Trenton the team. What I mean here the Trenton Thunder the name of the team و is خلاص فعل فده close. والجملة التانية it is برضه فعل تاني اهو it is. فأصبح هنا إيه؟ I have two clauses و I join between them وبجمع ما بينهم. we combine and join between both of them using only comma باستخدام comma فقط. Is that true؟ مع أحمد؟
Uh,
لا دي run on sentence، دي كده run on إيه؟ sentence لأن
sentence.
عندي two clauses وبجمع منهم باستخدام comma فقط، فطبعا لا غلط. يبقى الحل إيه بقى؟ letter إيه؟
C.
إزاي letter C يعني؟ خلينا نشوف مع بعض كده هل الجملة أصبحت صح ولا لا. The Trenton Thunder is a minor league team. احنا هنشيل بيسبول تيم دي كلها كده، كل جزء اللي تحته خط ده بيتشال. You remove it, okay, and you replace it with one of these وتستبدله بده واحد من التشويسز يعني. تمام. معنى كده اشيل الاندرلاين بارت واقول ايه بقى؟ The Trenton Thunder is a minor league baseball team from Trenton in New Jersey. True or false? I have made the two clauses to be only one sentence. يعني عملنا merge لل two clauses انها تبقى ايه؟ one ايه؟ sentence جملة واحدة. صح؟ So say
Yes.
that the Thunder is a minor league team. ماشي هو فريق منين؟ From Trenton, New Jersey.
Trenton.
خلاص صح كده؟ يبقى letter
Yes.
C for sure. Yes. Number 5.
Yes. In 1686, at the age of only 8, Henrik Gustav was appointed captain in the German army. He was a prince and was therefore required to serve in the armed forces.
Yes.
Uh,
الجزء ده في كوما وحاطين تحت كوما وهكذا، فاهم عليا؟ هبص بقى اشوف هل هو العلاقة، هل هي جملة واحدة it's like one sentence or two clauses، ولا ده two clauses في جملتين، ولا phrase and clause، ولا phrase و clause. فبص على اللي قبلها على طول انا رايح نفسي. فبقول هنا ايه at the age of only 8 Heinrich Gustav was، يعني انا عندي فعل اهو وفعل، معنى دي كلها clause، اللي عند كوما كده clause. والتانية برضه بنقول ايه he was، اه ده انا عندي فعل وفعل يبقى another clause. طب how do we join between the two clauses؟ طب احنا بنجمع بينهم ازاي؟ using only comma. It doesn't work to use only comma to join between both of them. ما ينفعش استخدم كوما بس عشان اجمع بينهم. لكن this is a sentence is written incorrectly، مكتوبة غلط. طب what do we place exactly to join between both of them؟
C.
Yeah, semicolon he was. So I just replace the comma with a semicolon. Plus. That's why the sentence is written correctly in this way. طيب number 6.
I once met a Harvard math professor, considered preeminent in his field, and at the forefront of economic analysis. Uh, C.
Yeah, why? We said that we have semicolon and is supposed to be preceded by comma, not a semicolon.
Yes.
Okay, that's why it's written incorrectly. So field and was, for example, if we consider letter B, I say I want met a Harvard math professor considered preeminent in his field and was at the front foot of the economic analyst. Walla who was, or we say who was. Like, so I want met who was like the predator. So the answer will be letter C for sure. طبعا he was will be a non-sentence, cannot be used. And was directly, it cannot be used right here. Because if I say and was, as if I'm referring to the field. But when I say who was, I refer to the person I'm talking about. Okay. So the answer for sure will be letter C. تمام ماشي. Number 7.
Yes. Carnegie Mellon University, which has one of the finest computer science programs in the nation, and its students are recruited by top companies every year. Um, no change?
Do you think it's a complete sentence?
No.
Mhm. It's not
Um,
right.
yes, not a complete sentence.
Yes.
D.
Okay, read it, please.
Okay. Carnegie Mellon University, which has one of the finest computer science programs in the nation, and its students are recruited by top companies every year.
Yeah. So the answer will be what?
D.
Yeah. If we try it, let us try together. The problem when we read the sentence, we found out that doesn't have a verb. مفيش فعل في الجملة يعني. It's not complete. It's a fragment. أنا بتكلم عن university اللي which has one of the finest computer science program in the nation and وطلابها ماشي. أنا I just give like information starting from which right here this all a relative clause. And we know we use a relative clause for giving information only about the noun before it. يعني بنستخدم الفلوس تدي معلومات. فانا اديت معلومات عن اليونيفرسيتي. ايوه مالها بقى بعد ما اديت additional information؟ فين الفعل الاساسي؟ انا عايز اقول يعني الجامعه اللي واحده من or has one of the finest computer science واللي طلابها are recruited by top companies. أيوة مالها بقى بعد كده. So it's not complete sentence, it's a fragment only. Okay, but when I remove all of these parts and I put like the Mellon University has one of the finest computer science program in the nation and its students are recruited, this will be a complete sentence. Subject and verb. خلاص يبقى it's letter D for sure. طيب تمام. Number 8.
Yes. St. Michael's Church in Long Station, England is an example of what is called a redundant church. It is no longer used for regular church services. Um, A, no change.
كان نشوف الأول we have لا comma in between right we have it is يعني دي close واللي قبلها يا ترى هي phrase ولا close is an example the church is an example the church دي مالها exactly it is an example يعني عندي subject و verb اهو يبقى عندي two clauses but how do I join between them بجمعهم ازاي using only comma يبقى it's not correct right now
Yes.
it is like run-on sentence I have got to change it how do we change it do we put like semicolon when I put semicolon and I remove it I put they here for letter C for example حطينا زي مكان at لما بنتكلم عن الشيرش ازاي اقول they لا غلط right
Yes.
طيب تحت اللي بعدها church comma the church also comma church again that mean here I put the noun as if I'm just replacing the pronoun it with a noun and I keep comma as it is it's still run on sentence لسه جملة run on في نفس الوقت ما ينفعش اذكر الاسم مرتين لان هنا ما عنديش غير بس تشيرش يعني هي المفرد فما فيش ambiguity هنا ما فيش اي غموض يعني لاستخدام الضمير لا استخدام الضمير صح تمام فما فيش داعي ان انا اشيل it doesn't have I don't have to remove to replace the pronoun with a noun يعني مش لازم اشيل البروناون بنون المشكله مش في غموض الضمير لا ده المشكله فين في البنكتويشن here for the comma used يعني ان اصبحنا نفس sentence طب الصح ايه بقى؟
B.
Yeah, for sure. Colon it is. Why? Because what comes after the colon here is used to clarify the idea that comes before it. طب ازاي؟ أنا بقول the church is an example of what is called redundant. Okay, church. يعني تسمى redundant church. ازاي؟ وضح لي الفكرة دي. يعني بتقصد ايه؟ colon it is no longer used for regular church services. ما بقاش تستخدم خلاص لوجه church service لخدمات الايه الchurch يعني اوكي بشكل عام منظم. we have just the writer has given you like the sentence coming after the colon to clarify the idea before it عشان توضح الفكرة اللي قبلها that's why we put a colon نحط طبعا ايه colon يعني okay number 9
Eddie Motown, guitarist who has played on albums written by innovators such as John Lennon and Yoko Ono. Um, no change.
yeah for sure why would I change it I have like it's just one clause here clause واحد we use like a relative clause for describing the guitarist this man يعني written by the like so yes no change for sure okay number 10 the last one
Glen Conwy is a picturesque lake in North Wales. Many tourists and families visit it
Mhm.
each year.
Yes.
Uh,
We have like it is it written correctly? The first one we have like Len Conwy as like close right subject to verb صح كده
yes.
many tourists visit او فعلا visit يعني subject to verb يعني عندنا subject اهو وعندنا verb اللي هو that is another clause how do you join between them using only comma لا خلاص غلط because this is like what I mean run-on sentence يعني مش ما ينفعش نجمع بين ال two clauses using only comma طيب The writer underlined the second clause حطت خط تحت clause تاني why? Because he wanted to change it into whether a phrase or a relative clause يا اما عايز يغيره ويخليه فريز عشان يصف اللي قبلها، او يغيره ويخليه ريلاتيف كلوز عشان برضه يصف اللي قبلها، ما تبقاش كلوز اساسي في الجمله، ما تبقاش جمله اساسيه انا وانا جامع بينهم. فاهم عليا؟ طيب which one do you think will be choose؟
آه. دي.
where many tourists and family visited. as if it's a place، يعني بتتكلم على اساس انها place، فنستخدم where
يس.
كريلاتيف كلوز. لا هو مش هو مقصود ككونسبت هنا كاسم يعني. أنا زي ما مش بشيل لها كمكان تواجد، لا بشيل منها كاسم مبنى يعني. فاهم عليا؟
مم.
او ليك يعني اسم لايك ليك اسم بحيرة يعني، مش مكان تواجد، اتس ليك بحيرة. ها. will I say where or which؟
which.
yeah that's it. okay
which
so
minute.
yeah which many tourists and family visits. That's Lincoln as a picturesque like lake in North Wales which many tourists and family visits each year. Okay, so we're gonna change the clause to be a relative clause for describing now, and I have no problem with the comma. Why? Because I have a clause and relative clause. It's not essential clause، يعني مش clause أساسي، مش جملة وجملة يعني فأنا عايز أجمع بينهم، لا ده clause و relative clause اللي أنا بستخدمه كمساعد عشان يصف to describe the noun here، عشان to describe the verb when I mean the lake. Okay, so that's for
Yes.
sure will be letter C. طيب we'll stop here so far. Okay, fine.
Yes.
بص يا بطل, what is required from you to be done? You have got to study the words and to memorize them very carefully. Okay, fine. I'll send you this sheet one more time, the other one, the discussed one, and the other one to answer it one more time. Okay? And the
Okay.
words are essential to be memorized. لازم تحفظهم كويس جدا. خلاص؟
خلاص.
وسلمنا على الشارع.
ماشي.
انت عارف ان انا كنت في دبي، قعدت في دبي 3 سنين؟
والله.
اه والله. الكلام ده من امتى بقى؟ من 2000 وايش 2012.
اه.
2012 ل 2015. زمن الامر بيجري بسرعه. الله المستعان. كالسيو ان شاء الله.
ان شاء الله.
السلام عليكم، مع السلامه.